here we are.
Here we are, Chris and Ellen, and we know the devil.
And we know the devil. Well, soon. Here we go.
Let's go.
Jupiter has a feeling about her. Like she knows too. The house creaks like someone is squeezing it gently to see how much it can take before it breaks. We look at Jupiter and we worry. She's even more far away than usual. What do we do? We're expecting her to know, but right now she looks so tired. She just snaps her hairband against her wrist. And we know.
We can wait.
Can we?
Sure we can. We can keep waiting. Dawn is 3 hours away, right? It'll be here before we know it. We don't need to know who the devil is. It's just a phase. Right? Come on, you're supposed to agree. It's a good idea. Make fun of me, then go along with it. Please. We know. It's obvious. I know you know. I didn't think you were dumb, I just was hoping.
We can feel it. It's like a moth flapping its wings, but I can feel fingers on my face and my arms and everywhere.
Gross. I'm gross. I feel so distant. When did it happen? It feels like just a few hours ago everything was fine. This always happens. I always do this every time. I'm so stupid. I'm so... my hairband broke.
There is a horrible sound. The terrible noise of splitting and tearing wood. It's sick. The house shivers. We can't reach her. We can't speak. Not in this storm of hands.
Don't touch me. You shouldn't touch me. I wasn't born good. But I still thought I could be. You know, I actually liked when the captain talked about how heaven was on merit. As long as you do good things, maybe you can one day be good. But then they said we don't believe that anymore, and it's only what is in your heart that matters. Just when I thought I got it right, they changed it. I can try hard, but I think God knows my heart isn't really in it. And that was my only shot, right? Mum taught me not to touch others. It's just polite, you know? And Dad taught me not to let others touch me. You gotta protect yourself if you're a girl, you know? But it's only what I feel inside that matters. What am I supposed to do? I can't stop that kind of touch. So what if I just stop trying not to, you know? It feels so strange and weird and bad to stop, but I could. I really could, I think. And how nice would that be?
The humidity is thick with hands. We feel the sweat peeling off of us and the hands grasping. The devil comes in heat, not like a chill in the middle of the night. The devil sticks to your skin and seeps in your pores. The devil licks at your throat, inside, outside, follows wherever you go. Even the best kid has the devil inside her. This is why we are at camp. We are learning this lesson. Even the worst kids can get lucky and live, while the good kid is doomed just from trying too hard. We hold each other. If you really can't, Jupiter, then...
We don't care.
We don't care.
You can be like that and it's fine. You know we're like that too, right? We feel like that all the time.
We would have just given up if it wasn't for you.
You all are sweet, but don't do that. I won't be happy if you do. And I won't let you. It's wrong to want such a thing. You know that, don't you? So don't do it. I still know that much. Stop looking up to me.
We don't look up to you.
We never did.
We promise, so...
So please, don't try to make me feel better. I want to touch. I want to be touched. I want to hurt. I want to be hurt. And if you feel the same way, you're as bad as me. I was hoping you'd say, get behind me, or I rebuke you like you're supposed to. Won't you let me feel like a real devil for a moment? We don't have to like it.
At least give us that much.
Okay.
4 a.m.
4 a.m.
Okay. On Jupiter, there is an ancient storm bigger than Earth that's been blowing since before we were born. There's no way to imagine it. It is a storm that could consume everyone you knew, everywhere they had been, the sight of every thought and feeling humans have ever had. Jupiter reaches out to us. She has a hand for every kind of touch. That hand is for hitting. That hand is for petting. That hand is for grabbing. That hand is for holding. We feel the pull on our skin and recoil. They want so many things from us, maybe everything. The devil is lonely. We kicked out the devil and it must miss us. It keeps begging to be let back, for us to let it in. And Jupiter did. Every wish of the body belongs to it, and every wish is a hand expressing that desire, and every hand is a storm that is bigger than the world, reaching for us. But it will not. The hands don't touch us, and the storm doesn't break over us. We choose to be distant from her, and the devil only ever gets one moment. For revenge, for love, for please take me back. There is nothing to fear when there is two against the devil. Neptune brings the water. Her radio crackles and bubbles and foams at its sharpest edge. Venus brings the light. His radio whines and rings and coils around itself. Our radios scream and crash against her, and the devil is stopped.
5 a.m.
Did she do it on purpose?
Maybe a little. Or maybe a lot.
At least a little. Jupiter looks so peaceful. It was the first thing that came to mind. We both thought it would be us. So it feels strange to be looking at her like this. Not in a bad way. We're not upset at her. We just want to know why. Because it was so clear for us.
Back when we were walking to the campfire, I thought it would be me. I was so sure. I guess I'm wrong sometimes.
For me it was. I think when we were putting up the lights, I already saw it in the corner of my eye. And then when Group South came, I felt so, well, you know.
Yeah, I know.
The smell of incense is awful enough in here, but outside the tent, the groups are tying rags to their faces to endure the smell while they try to smoke the whole forest out. We have the privilege of being on watch. It shouldn't have been her. Normally you're like, don't patronize me.
No, you're right. It should have been one of us. Either one of us. I don't care which.
Jupiter moves in her sleep. Venus moves the candle out of her way.
You're very attentive.
Thanks. I keep thinking,
Don't worry about it. What are we gonna do? Fight over which of us hates ourselves more? What's the point? Neither of us can beat her.
we hold hands. Or, it turned out, we already were. Okay.
How are you feeling?
Drained emotionally, moved emotionally.
God, I love this game so fucking much.
Wow.
I just think like the writing in it, like the writing is some of the best writing I've ever heard. Like, I think we were talking earlier about
Yes.
like, why isn't this a play or something, or like a radio play? Oh, it'd be so great. The concept as well. What do you think of like the actual gameplay?
So I mean, it's a visual novel. It's a choose your own adventure. Geez, like wow. I feel like I want to play it again.
Again? Yeah,
Yes.
to get like other endings and stuff.
Oh, there's other endings.
Yeah.
Ah.
So did you?
So I presume and I
Yeah.
suspect.
Okay.
So we've gone on the journey, and I suspect the reason that it was Jupiter who was the devil, or had the devil, or anything like that,
Yes.
was because she was the one who was played least.
Yes. That is essentially like the core. Well, yeah, I'd say the core, but it's the only gameplay. Is that you choose who is excluded,
Yes.
and that's how the devil gets in.
Right.
Right, because the devil is, and the devil as well is us,
Yes.
or
yes.
these things inside of us.
Yes.
So all of us are the devil, or each player can be the devil.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just about the loneliness that the devil feels, and that it kind of
Yes.
lashes out in this kind of, witching hour moment
Yeah.
of the embodiment of those characters' desires and wants and frustrations and hatred and love,
Yeah.
and all of these things kind of bottled up.
Yeah.
And it's really interesting as well, like the comparison of like God, who's this boring voice who doesn't really tell you, or tells you kind of facts, but also not.
Is simultaneously always present, as in it's always on the same channel, always talking, always present, always presumes that you're there,
And distant.
and distant by
Yeah.
being on a radio.
Whereas the devil is there. Like
Physically
it's
intimate with
so
you.
good. Like I really enjoy Jupiter's experience of the devil, because it's like the grasping hands. Yeah, like the whole thing, her like with her hairband, just this kind of element of like real loneliness and like wanting to touch
Yeah.
or be touched.
Yeah.
It's just so powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah, what are your other thoughts? I'm sure you've got a lot
I have
rattling
a lot.
around in your
I
brain.
can't articulate them. I think this is beautifully scored. I almost feel as though it's a shame to do it as a let's play, because I think people need to play this game for themselves.
Oh, absolutely.
And throughout the thing, we were tweaking with audio quality and of the game, because this game has such a strong audio sense that the audio, the mix of this thing hasn't been compressed. So it has like ear-splittingly loud moments, and
Yeah.
that is so good.
The first time, and this is because someone had kind of told me, like just someone on a forum, play it with your headphones,
Yes.
because that, and as well, this game is really good to play with that kind of sense of isolation and alone, like feeling like you're alone.
Yeah. Play it with your headphones, or if you live in an abandoned cabin with a laptop.
Definitely
and
play it
it
in
is
there.
the middle of winter, or the middle of autumn or fall if you're an American. Fall. You can put the sound on and
Crank it.
cuddle up next to a fire.
Definitely good to play with a candle burning.
Yeah.
yes,
Ellen
we
is
were-
our local witch, and so she put on a candle
Yeah.
to summon the devil to us.
Yeah, well, I don't need to summon the devil.
We know the devil.
Yeah. Oh god, what a good game.
What a good game. I'm gonna play.
Please.
I'm gonna go by the credits again, just so
Yes.
that I would like to see these names again.
Yes.
Congratulations to everyone whose names are on the screen. This is beautiful.
This is
This is incredible.
honestly one of my favorite games. Like
I do not have enough praise for this game.
I was so changed after, like, it's a good game when you feel like something has just clicked inside of you.
Yes.
And you just kind of like, oh, you're like, your brain's almost just broken because you're just like, oh, I want to talk about this game, but then you also don't. Like, it's
Yeah.
like a game is such a personal experience as well, which is why it's so good to play into these themes of isolation and loneliness and choice.
Yes.
The burden of, being left, the fear of being left out, or the fear of leaving others out, is really, really powerful when you're just alone with a screen and you, the player, can only really experience this.
There is something really fascinating about playing it with you, Alan, as two people, because we actively chose which voice we were going to not have.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I especially didn't want to. No spoilers, but the Venus's root or Venus's devil is something very particular.
Right.
And I didn't want to voice that.
Okay.
Yeah. But yes, please, everyone, play this game. Go buy this game. You can buy it on Steam, but I recommend just buying it from their website, especially because on itch, they had listed the price for $6.66.
Fantastic.
And you cannot technically do that on Steam. It has to be an even number. So boo Steam.
Go get this game, guys and girls.
Go get
and
this
everyone.
game. And you know what? Yes, you can buy it for $6.66, but pay more because this is great.
This is a
I
fantastic
fucking
game.
love
Ellen,
it.
I'm so glad you've brought it to my
Mwah,
attention.
Italian kiss.
Italian kiss. A Vatican kiss. Mwah.
Yeah.
Protects us from the devil.
No, we want the devil.
Okay,
Let it in.
we know the devil. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you
And,
so much, guys, for joining us.
Join us in the next game.
Yeah, and don't leave us out,
Yeah,
please.
please let us in.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Oh boy.
Oh my god.